Washington University out of the Midwest. Number one, 11:38.81 in Division III, and we are underway. The squads on the oval: Connecticut College, Coast Guard Academy, MIT, Williams, Amherst, and an unattached squad on the outside, maybe setting things up pacing-wise for these D3 squads in the women's distance medley relay, scheduled to go through 600 to 800 meters in the 71-second pace for 2 laps, or 3:33 through a full 1,200 meters as they come together through the first lap in 34 and change. They're ahead of the green lights as MIT in the number 2 spot. Connecticut College, mentioned that squad, currently sitting 4th. All right, again, 71 seconds for the opening quarter, and they're going to be definitely hot, faster than that, coming through in 68-69. Wow, these 1,200 runners are definitely on the throttle tonight, as MIT scheduled to have Liv Giron, a junior, in the leadoff position. And Amherst opening runner Piper Lentz, as Williams goes wide, and they're going to move up several slots and potentially bring Connecticut College with them. They're definitely ahead of pace. 3 down, 17 to go in this 4,000-meter race. The distance medley relay, the finishing squads, it looks like Amherst, Williams, Connecticut College, then MIT. A stride or two separating each of those squads. As I mentioned in the previous races, it really speaks to the depth of a program. How good are you at 400 meters, at 800 meters, and how good are you at all 4 distances? As our pacers stepping aside, 2:21. They wanted to go through 1,200 and 3:33. They're right there, as Amherst in the lead, Williams in second. Lentz from Amherst starting to stretch this out. She's got 10 meters down the back straight. And we saw the ebb and flow in the hot heat of the men's distance medley relay, not quite so in the slow heat that MIT just ran away and hid from everybody. But here comes Williams, final lap. Williams opening leg run by Ginger Long, only a freshman. Williams in the lead in this D3 battle in the women's distance medley relay. The BU record, an outstanding 10:46.62 set 3 years ago by the Washington Huskies. 3:31, 3:32. Williams in front, Amherst a close second. And what a battle, these 400-meter runners, as the gap between the top 2 and the number 5 team on the oval, about 3/4 of a lap. One more time around for our 400-meter runners. Williams has Kate Donaldson, and Amherst countering with Maya Medina. We are now underway with the 800-meter leg, and the top 2 teams are dialed into those pacing lights as we see MIT go through the zone in the number 4 spot. It is Williams, then Amherst. The national collegiate record Set here a year ago at the DMR Challenge, Oregon. The Lady Ducks 10:42.05. I was here for that one. That was an amazing performance. By the Ducks. But right now we are focusing on Division III in this distance medley relay. The national record goes all the way back to 2013 at the Division III National Championships in Naperville, Illinois, Wisconsin, Oshkosh. 11:32.24. Middlebury that same year ran 11:32.54 at the New England Intercollegiate Indoor Championships. MIT has the number 3 time all time, as Williams starts to stretch things out a little bit. Amherst has the number 15 time in history at 11:39. I mentioned that Washington, number 1 this year at 11:38.81. There's a gap between first and second on the oval. Anika Paluska from Williams. The 800 runner, we see 3rd and 4th. MIT and Connecticut College again came in 8th in the country in Division III. They are side by side after that 800 leg, handing it off to the metric milers. 6:40 and change. We are looking at quite a battle between these top 2 teams, just like we saw in the men's DMR. Just passed through 7 o'clock. Excuse me, 7 minutes on the clock. That's what I meant to say. It's only 6:30 on the East Coast. Williams in the lead. Their anchor runner, Kate Tuttle. And Amherst has Flora Biro on the baton. Smooth and easy is the look right now for Kate Tuttle, making it look like a stroll in the park, or at least by a frozen river here in the month of February in Boston. She is now up by almost 20 meters with 3/4 of a mile to go. The next event on the schedule tonight, the women's 1,000-meter run, could also be a record breaker. So you don't want to venture too far from your laptop, big screen TV, or smartphone. Take it with you, folks. It's going to be a great evening. We're going to be here until about 9:30. A quick but action-packed program. 5 to go at 8:25. Williams stretching this out. Kate Tuttle, the anchor runner for Williams. The battle back there for 3rd and 4th, we saw MIT and Connecticut College. So I mentioned Washington University. They actually have the number 1 and number 2 times, both run a week ago. So 2 squads from Washington U. Wow, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with at the national championships on the 13th and 14th of March. 11:38.8 and 11:39.48 as Tuttle takes a little look over her inside shoulder. Headed to start finish once again. The big board says 3 laps to go at 9:41. She is on pace, dialed into those green lights. trying to assure themselves of a spot at the D3 National Championships in Birmingham, Alabama. There is our number 2 squad, Amherst, Williams through the line, 2 to go at 10:18. And Amherst just over 7 seconds behind. Kate Tuttle for Williams. Definitely the class of this anchor field. She's a 4:48 miler for Williams. She went 9:39 at the John Thomas Terrier Classic to battle MIT as Tuttle goes through start finish, gets the bell. Williams has blown this open during the 1600 meter anchor leg. And going to bring this home and likely guarantee themselves a spot in the D3 National Championships in 3 weeks. Kate Tuttle to the line. Williams with the win and one of the finest times in D3 history. .1133 point. That is a number 3 time in Division III distance medley history behind Wisconsin Oshkosh and Middlebury. 11:33.97. And there are the final numbers. So 2 impressive distance medley relay performances, one by the Division I distance powerhouse, the Oregon Ducks on the men's side, and Williams, Division III, again, the number 3 time all time in Division